Let's begin in a child's pose. With your knees as wide as comfortable, big toes together behind you. Walk your hands out long in front of you and rest your forehead and your chest down towards the mat. Let this be the place where you can completely settle in. So if at any point in today's practice, your mind starts wandering off the mat, or you feel overwhelmed in the physical postures, then remember that you can always drop down into child's pose to reset and reconnect, and then join back in whenever you're ready. So from here, let's make our way to downward facing dog. Rise up into a tabletop on your hands and knees. Curl your toes under and reach your hips high and back. Cuddle out your legs and press your chest towards your thighs. And right away, let's set up a strong foundation through the hands. So fingers are fanned out wide and your whole hand is gripping into the mat so your arms are strong. Now take a walk to the top of your mat and hang out in a deep forward fold. Separate your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. A generous bend in your knees will allow you to fold even deeper. And you're welcome to just let your arms hang heavy. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. But you can also grab onto your elbows and sway side to side. Now release your elbows and toe heel your feet together to touch. Generous bend in your knees, tuck your chin, and slowly unroll all the way up to standing. For Samasthiti. Bring your hands together at heart center. Anchor your weight down evenly through your feet and stand tall through the crown of your head. Now let's turn on the Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi pranayama means victorious breath control. So to do so, just constrict the muscles in the back of your throat as if you were fogging up a mirror. If it helps, open up your mouth and pretend you were fogging up a mirror. Those are the muscles that you want to have engaged. And then close your mouth and continue breathing in and out through your nose with this slight constriction in the back of your throat. This will help you build internal heat and pace your breath throughout class. So with this Ujjayi breath turned on, find mountain pose. Reach your arms overhead and continue standing tall. Inhale. Exhale to forward fold. Hinge at your hips and lead with your heart as you come all the way down. A soft bend in your knees will help you fold deeper. Next is a halfway lift. Slide your hands up your shins and press your heart forward. Finding a long, flat back, so most people have to pull their shoulders back together behind them. Inhale. Exhale to fold, plant your hands and step your feet back into a high plank. Remember to use your strong hands gripping your mat. This will protect your wrists throughout the rest of practice. From your high plank, shift your weight forward 2 inches. And if this already feels very, very intense, then just lower your knees down to the mat for the modification. We're going to go down into low plank, so everybody lower down halfway until your elbows graze your ribs, then stop there. That's low plank. Oh gosh, it's intense. Let's move on. Upward facing dog. Lift up through your heart and flip to the tops of your feet. So your hands on the tops of your feet are the only things touching the mat. Roll your shoulders open and engage your legs. Big breath in. Exhale, send it back to downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, reach your hips high. That chaturanga, up dog, down dog, I'll refer to as a vinyasa from here on out. So it's your choice if you want to vinyasa through, if you want to modify, or if you just want to go straight to down dog. Listen to your body and let your intention guide you. From your down dog, let's flow. 1 breath, 1 movement. Use your Ujjayi breath control. Inhale, look up to your hands. Exhale, step your feet to touch at the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Inhale to mountain pose, come all the way up. As you exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. One more halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga all on your exhale. Plant your hands, step your feet back, lower down halfway. Upward facing dog as you breathe in. The downward facing dog as you breathe out. And keep it going. Inhale, look up, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to mountain pose, come all the way up. Then forward fold as you exhale, come all the way down. One more halfway lift, find your flat back. Then chaturanga, high to low plank. Elbows graze your ribs. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, look up, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Then forward fold. For chair pose, sit back. Bend your knees deeply and reach your hips back as you reach your arms overhead. Shoulders stay soft, just like in mountain pose. Bring all of the power to your legs in this posture. So press your inner thighs together. Press your knees together and sit back even deeper. Use your Ujjayi breath here to keep you grounded and calm. 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Find halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga and vinyasa through to your downward facing dog. In your down dog, reach your right leg high. Hands grip the mat as you extend through your heels. This is a very strong posture. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right knee to touch your right elbow. Use your core to get your knee all the way through. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Or forehead, or wherever it goes. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, right knee across the body, touching your left elbow, and see if you can touch it even just once. Great. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, step it through to a low lunge. Get your knee stacked on top of your ankle, then spin your back heel down and rise for warrior 2. Shoulders soft, core is strong, and your legs are engaged. Sink low into your hips, and for the next 2 postures, your legs stay the same. It's just the upper body that moves. So find extended side angle. Reach your right arm down, left arm high. You can always modify with your elbow on top of your thigh, but do your best to use your core. So wherever you are, your core is carrying the weight of your upper body, helping you to spiral open and lean back into your left shoulder. Gaze is up through your left fingertips. Ujjayi breath is on. 3, 2, 1. Reverse warrior. Reach your right arm high. Left hand just grazes your back thigh, and legs again stay the same. Feel the power in this warrior sequence. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat and vinyasa through to down dog. And float your right leg for an extra challenge. From your down dog, reach your left leg high. Hands are strong, spine is long, extend through your heel. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Use your core to bring it through. Then inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Round your spine, make it happen. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, left knee touches your right elbow, go across the body. See if you can touch it even once. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale to step it through to a low lunge and adjust so that your knee is above your ankle. This alignment is your foundation and it's important for the postures to come. For warrior 2, spin your back heel down and rise. Firm up your lower belly. and extend through your fingertips, but shoulders and jaw stay soft. Gaze is relaxed, set over your left fingertips. And use all of that energy as you move into extended side angle. Left arm reaches down, right arm reaches high. Modify if you did on the other side. But even if you're modifying, there's a lightness in your bottom arm because your core is so strong and so engaged. Spiral open and lean back. Gaze is set up through your right fingertips. Breath is smooth and controlled. 3, 2, 1. Reverse warrior. Legs stay the same, left arm reaches high. And lengthen through your left side body. Take a big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat for chaturanga, high to low plank, and float your left leg if you did on the other side. For upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. So from your down dog, look up to your hands, bend your knees. Then step your feet to touch top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now sit back into your chair pose. We'll be here for a second, so just hang out. Now reach your arms straight forward and lower deeper into your hips. Go even lower. Even lower, come on, you got it. Even lower until your hips come all the way down towards your heels and you can gracefully take a seat in boat pose. From your boat, lower abs are strong, so there is no dumping in your lower back or crunching in your shoulders. And if at any point you start dumping or crunching, then lower your feet down to the mat for a modification so you can focus on proper core engagement. So wherever you are, turn your palms up and lift up through your heart. And bring your neck in line with your spine so you're not crunching your head forward. Maintain this strong posture as you use your Ujjayi breath to stay calm and focused. And if you did want to add a challenge today, then bring your shins parallel to the mat. Or if you're advanced in your practice, straighten out your legs so your body looks like a V. Find the posture that you can hold and breathe into as long as you're still lifting up through your chest and not dumping into your lower back. So with that in mind, let's take it up a level. Wherever you are, lower down halfway into a low boat. Hold and breathe for 3. Longest yogi count ever, but stay strong, okay? 2, you've got this. Your breath keeps you calm. And 1, lower all the way down onto your back. Take a long body stretch. Well done. And now that our cores are fired up, we can use this engagement to bring power to the rest of our practice today. So pull your knees into your chest and begin rocking and rolling the length of your spine, front and back. Eventually gain enough momentum to roll over your ankles, plant your hands, and either step or shoot your feet back, making your way to downward facing dog. From this down dog, inhale, look up, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in, and forward fold. Rise up, find mountain pose, and then bring your hands together at heart center. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open mouth, let it go. Now for dancer. Reach your right arm back to grab the inner arch of your right foot so your right thumb is pointing up. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling and zip your legs back together. From here, slowly tip your body forward as you push your right foot into your right hand. So the strength of your right leg is what creates the bow in this posture. Set your gaze on one spot so you can stay focused. And if you fall out, come right back in with grace and intention. You're almost there. Breathe smooth and deep. And then gently release into a full airplane pose. Both arms reach back as you extend your right heel back behind you. Shoulders roll open. Gaze is set. Work on flattening your body out to fly above your standing leg. 3, 2, next is standing splits. 1, dive bomb. Both hands come down to the mat as your right heel lifts up to the ceiling. And then lower your right foot down for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. And then set up dancer with your left arm reaching back, grab onto the inner arch of your left foot, left thumb pointing up as you do so. With your right arm reaching up to the ceiling, zip your legs together, and then kick your left foot into your left hand to bow your body forward. Find your balance, find your strength. Let your intention guide you even in this posture. Gaze is set, breath is smooth, shoulders rolling open. And remember, from here, we're going to open up into airplane. So when you're ready, release your right leg as you reach both arms down by your sides, palms facing down, shoulders roll open, extend through your back heel. Gaze is set on one spot. And we're here for 3. We'll dive bomb into the standing splits in 2. And 1. Standing splits. Reach your left leg high. Crown of your head drives down towards the mat. Big inhale. Then exhale, lower your left foot down to meet your right into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and make your way back to down dog, and let's set up a half pigeon. Bring your right knee to your right wrist, your right ankle towards your left wrist, then sink into your hips, and remember that it's most important that your hips are squared off to the top of your mat. Walk your hands up towards your hips, take a big breath in to puff up through your chest. Then as you breathe out, slowly walk your hands forward, knowing that eventually you can lower down to your forearms or even forehead down to the mat. At this point, you can release your Ujjayi breath and replace it with just a deep, smooth, calm breath in and out through your nose. Allow yourself to settle in here, completely relaxed. One more big breath in. And big breath out. Take your time as you slowly rise. Plant your hands on the mat, curl your back toes under, and reach your right leg high into that 3-legged downward facing dog. Then bend your knees, sink your heel towards your glute. Just hang out here, opening up your hips, or gracefully and gently catch yourself in a flip dog. Then let's all meet up in downward facing dog once more. Switching sides. Bring your left knee to your left wrist, left ankle towards your right wrist. Sink into your hips and make sure that your hips are square and even. Then walk your hands up towards your hips. Take a big inhale, puff up through your chest. Then as you exhale, take your time as you slowly surrender down towards the mat. This can be a very intense hip opening posture. If you've gone so far that you can't help but tense up in this pose, then you've gone too far. So back out and find the place where you can relax physically and mentally, and trust that over time and with practice, you'll go deeper. Take one last big breath in and big breath out. Then walk your hands back up onto the mat. Curl your back toes under and reach your left leg high for your 3-leg down dog. Bend your knees, sink your heel, open up your hips, and hang out here, or mindfully catch yourself in flip dog. Then take your time as you make your way back to downward facing dog. Then take a walk to the top of your mat for gorilla pose, a deep forward fold where we stand on our hands. So bend your knees as much as you need to, and one at a time slide your palms underneath your feet, palms facing up. And you want to go so far that your toes come all the way up to your wrists. The key here is that you are pushing weight into your hands, squashing the blood, the fluid, the tendons, the muscles, the bones in your hands. And all of that compression should feel really good, especially all those chaturangas we did today. So wiggle out your toes, shift your weight side to side, give yourself a little massage. And then when you're ready, just release your hands and shake them out. Then take a seat on your mat, and with your feet flat, knees bent, press your inner thighs together, lift up through your heart, reach your arms forward, palms facing up, and begin to lean back, slowly lowering down onto your back, one vertebra at a time. When you come all the way down, pull your heels in towards your hips, and make sure that your feet and knees are hip distance apart. With your arms down by your sides, tuck your tailbone up to the ceiling, flattening out your lower back, and then peel your hips up off the mat, lifting even your middle back and upper back as your knees press forward, the weight anchoring down evenly through your feet. This is bridge pose. Take 3 deep breaths, observing the rise and fall of your belly. And to come out, slowly lower your hips back down to the mat. Then bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall open. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, for Supta Baddha Konasana. Just rest here. Feel the rise and fall of your belly, the gentle beat of your heart. And take a moment to find gratitude. Gratitude for committing to your practice, to your intention, and for everything as it is in this present moment. Then draw your navel in towards your spine. Pull your knees together and above your hips. Reach your arms out by your sides like a T. Inhale, draw your chin to the right. Exhale, lower both knees down to the left. Hook your left hand on top of your right thigh and take about 3 deep breaths into this twist, relaxing deeper with each exhale. Then draw your navel in, pull your chin back to center, then your knees back to center, and switch sides. Inhale, chin to the left. Exhale, knees to the right. Deepen your breath and relax into place. And make your way back to center. For happy baby pose, thread your hands between your knees to grab onto the inner arches of your feet. Make sure that your lower back and shoulders are flat on the mat. The back of your neck is long. And you're welcome to stay here in stillness, or rock side to side, or even take any other posture that might serve you before we seal up this practice. For just a couple more breaths. And wherever you are, bring your knees to your chest, hands to your shins, and take a full breath in. Hold at the very top. Take one more sip. One more sip. And release, Shavasana. Take up plenty of space in any final movements so that you can completely and totally relax on command. So gently close your eyes and soften your eyelids. Relax the space between your brows and at the corners of your eyes. Allow your jaw to release. And your tongue can fall away from the roof of your mouth. And feel your whole body follow in complete relaxation as your breath becomes effortless and smooth. If you're ready to come out now, first invite some movement into your toes and feet, into your fingers and wrists. Then reach your arms overhead, take a long body stretch, big inhale. As you exhale, draw your knees in and roll over onto one side into a fetal position. Use your hands to bring yourself up to seated. Then bring your hands together at heart center. And remember that we practice on the mat so we can apply off the mat. Namaste.